So I think everybody would like to hit the ball further, but too often with golfers you see this. Really go after it, lots and lots of speed, but a very poor strike. And we can see there my club head speed was 91 mile an hour, which is super quick for me. Low point was ahead of the ball, which is nice. Was a little bit thin, so it launched low. Smash factor at 1.24 and carried 155. Now I think most of us will agree that a key ingredient for hitting the golf ball further is to swing quicker. But I'm kind of going to turn that on its head in today's video. I'm going to tell you and show you how you can swing slower and actually hit the ball further. So, club head speed is one of the ingredients we need. Now, obviously the reflection doesn't matter how much energy you put into this, it's how quick the golf ball comes off. So where you hit the ball on the club face, strike becomes equally important, and then amount of loft on the club becomes important. So what we see with a lot of golfers when they swing quickly is, as we saw there, it's not near the middle of the club face, but equally they get into a very weak position and normally add loft. Now they can get away with it by thinning it like I did and launching it low. But if you do that and launch the ball high, we can see that one popping up in the air. I've suddenly bottomed out behind the ball. Club head speed dropped off to 84, ball speed at 100, smash factor's down, distance is down, and nobody wants that. Now, I've mentioned smash factor a couple of times, and I know when I've spoken about it in the past, some people have asked why it's relevant. Smash factor is just simply how efficiently you transfer energy from club head to golf ball. So whatever the ball speed is, you divide that by the club head speed, and that's your smash factor. So maximum is 1.5 when you've got as little loft as possible, and the more loft, the smash factor drops down, therefore the ball speed drops down, which is why the more lofted clubs don't go as far, even though you don't swing them as quickly. So the first thing we're going to work on is trying to improve your strike. So take a little bit of speed out to begin with, because in my opinion, when guys swing a little bit slower, they're normally a little bit more aware of their golf swing because they're not trying to smash the golf ball. So if I take speed out to begin with and just make a normal swing, so the swing felt good, low point was ahead, my smash factor's actually got a little bit better, launched it at just under 19 degrees, but we can see my strike was still a little bit towards the toe. Now, that's definitely my miss hit. So what I tend to do is as I swing down, the club just gets a little bit closer to me. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a tee in the ground outside the golf ball, and I'm going to make sure that I hit the tee and the ball, because if I swing back and get it too much out the toe, the tee will stay in the ground. Now equally, if you're somebody who strikes it out the heel, potentially the other way would get that moving close. So I'm going to set up, probably not that far out the toe, and try and hit the tee and the ball. So the tee's disappeared. We can see slightly towards the heel. I don't mind that. My speed's down a little bit, but we can see my low points ahead, launch angle at 20 degrees, smash factor at 1.33, and even though I've swung slower, my carry distance has actually gone up. Now, what is a good smash factor if you care with a 7-iron? PGA Tour average is 1.33. Now I'm using a 7-iron here that's a little bit less lofted than probably most tour players, so I'm hoping to get my smash factor a little bit nearer 1.4, but we could see just by changing the strike location there, even swinging 5 mile an hour slower, I've actually hit the ball further. So strike is key to improve first. And it might take you a few shots, but use that as part of your practice and get going from there. Now, if you're enjoying today's video and this is really helping your game, love it if you just hit the subscribe button below, ring the notification bell, and then you'll find out when I drop a new video. But I do drop 2 videos each week but comment below and let me know what you'd like me to cover that could help your game. So now I'm going to just kind of imagine that tee's outside without having it there and see if I can get that strike. That felt lovely. More towards the middle, around that 86 mile an hour club head speed again, 3.7 inches ahead, 118 ball speed, smash factor creeping up to 1.36, and again 162 carry. So once we take care of strike, then I spoke about loft. So if we can produce less loft at impact, that's also going to increase that ball speed. Now, a couple of ways I think most guys can improve loft. The first one is actually controlling how they use the club face in the golf swing. So a lot of golfers tend to fan the club open, and then as they come down, club face is open, and the only way they can square that up is to release the club early. So the first little thing we would work on is in the backswing, feel the club face looks at the ball a bit longer. At the top of the swing, we'll try to feel that you're looking more to the sky, and on the way down, turn those knuckles down so that leading edge is the same as spine angle. So again, I'm going to try this as a little half swing to begin with. Try to get some feel. Definitely be slower. So felt fantastic. A little bit out the toe. Low point moved further ahead. Ball launched a little bit lower. Smash factor at 1.36, even with a miss hit. And even that one carried 140. And that felt so simple, so easy to do. I almost feel like I could play like that sometimes. So you work through that. Now go a little bit longer with the swing, trying to reproduce that feeling. So I'm set up. Focus on what that club face is working. Definitely looked like it launched a bit lower. So I've got a good strike there. 4.2 inches ahead. Launching at just under 15 degrees. 84 mile an hour club speed. Ball speed at just under 117. Smash eking up to 138. And carry at 172. So we can see there, that's comfortably under my normal speed, and yet that's been my longest carry so far. So I'm combining strike with less loft to maximize my ball speed off the club face. So let's do one more taking speed out. Didn't feel quite as good. So 4.3 ahead, a little quicker at 87. 18 degree launch, smash at 1.35, but 170 carry. Now, what I would say, definitely when I work with golfers face to face, I love golfers to be able to build speed. But if you start sacrificing strike and loft, the extra speed makes no difference. So I've got a client at the moment who, for me, that feels like I'm swinging about 80%. It's clearly not 80%, but it feels like that. So that the client I'm working with currently feels like when he's playing, he's hitting every single club 80%. And he's getting that improvement. And what we'd like to be able to do, which is maybe not exactly what this video is talking about, is as you can control strike and loft, can you then start putting a little bit more speed in? Let's see. So we're going to set up middle of the club face. I'm going to try and feel like there's something outside the ball and keep that club face nice and strong. Didn't quite get the strike, but I can live with that. 4.3 inches ahead, just under 18 launch angle, just under 91 club speed, ball speed at 122, smash dropped off because of strike, but carry still 171. Now I've definitely got more in me than that one. So let's go quicker and try and get those extra couple of bits in there. So a little bit more towards the middle, 3.6 inches ahead, 17-degree launch, 123 ball speed, smash at 1.35 and carry at 176. So we can see, definitely if you're struggling, hitting your irons the distances that you should. I don't disagree that club head speed could help, but if you're sacrificing strike and adding loft at impact, the extra speed's really not going to make the difference that you want. So take some speed out of your golf swing, improve your awareness. Initially, just make sure the strike's good. Even if it's launching a little bit too high, then you can work on trying to get that club face stronger and maintain that shaft lean through impact. And it's what all the best players in the world do. They find the middle of the iron and they de-loft their clubs at impact. If you can do that and play great, you might be happy with that. Let's be honest, golfers are never happy. So if you're swinging slower and hitting the ball further by striking it and controlling your loft, then put the speed back in and you get the best of everything. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.